Okay, let's think about this for a second. We want AI to understand the world more like we do, right? Not just like a machine, but like a person. An AI that doesn't just read the words on a page, but actually gets the joke, feels the tone in a voice, and sees the whole picture. Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. This amazing world of what's called multimodal AI and how Azure is making it happen.
All right, let's just jump right in with a little test. Take a look at this meme. For you and me, the joke lands instantly. It's that perfect mix of the image and the text, right? That's what makes it funny. But for most AIs today, well, this is a surprisingly tough puzzle to crack. It can read the words, sure. It can even recognize what's in the picture. But putting those two things together to understand the context, the actual joke, yeah, that's a whole other challenge.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. You see, a standard text-based AI, it only sees the words. The whole visual punchline just flies right over its head. And then you have an image recognition AI, which sees the picture but has absolutely no idea what the text is saying. It's like they each have one piece of a two-piece puzzle. And because of that, the humor, the entire point, is completely lost.
So the big question is, how do we get AI to have that aha moment? How do we teach it to connect those dots and see the whole picture, just like we do, almost without thinking?
Well, the answer is something called multimodal AI. And honestly, it's a total game changer. Instead of an AI being stuck in its lane, only understanding text or only understanding images, it's designed to process and understand information from multiple sources all at once. We call these different sources modalities. And really, it's built to work a lot more like our own brains do, right? We're constantly combining what we see, what we hear, and what we read to make sense of everything.
So a good way to think about it is that we're basically giving AI more senses. Now it can read text and analyze an image and listen to audio and watch a video, all at the same time. It's by weaving all these different streams of information, these modalities, together that it can finally build a much richer and more complete understanding of what's going on.
Okay, so this is a super powerful idea, but how do we take it from a concept and turn it into a practical reality? How can developers and businesses actually start building with this stuff?
And the good news is this isn't science fiction anymore. Platforms like Microsoft's Azure AI are here, and they provide a unified toolkit that takes this incredibly complex technology and makes it accessible. It's all about giving creators the power to integrate these amazing capabilities right into their own apps.
And what's really cool is how Azure simplifies what could be a crazy complex process. It pretty much boils it all down to three main steps. First, you feed it all your different kinds of data, your text, your images, your audio clips, you name it. Second, Azure's models work their magic and unify everything. And that analogy of creating a common language is perfect. It lets the part that sees the image and the part that reads the text actually talk to each other and share notes. Then, third, once it has that complete picture, it can generate these deep insights that you could never get if you were only looking at one type of data alone.
So let's pop the hood for just a second. Inside Azure, there are these powerful, specific services that are each experts in their own field. For anything visual, images, video, you've got Azure AI Vision. For audio and speech, there's Azure AI Speech. And for all things text and language, you have the Azure OpenAI service. The key is they're all designed to work together, seamlessly, on one platform to create that single, unified understanding.
Okay, so the theory is awesome, but what does this actually let us do in the real world? What's the big payoff when AI can finally see and hear and read all at once?
Well, think about customer service for a minute. Imagine you're talking to an AI assistant, but this time it doesn't just read your typed out message. It can also analyze the tone of your voice. It can hear that you're frustrated. So its response isn't just a generic script. It's more empathetic, more helpful, because it gets not just what you said, but how you said it. Huge difference.
And then there's accessibility, where the impact is just profound. A multimodal AI can look at a photo on a website or in an app, and in real time generate a rich, detailed audio description for someone who's visually impaired. It's all about using this tech to break down barriers and build a more inclusive digital world for everybody.
Or what about content? Imagine a system that can watch a whole video, listen to everything that's said, and read any text that appears on screen, all at the same time. And from all of that, it creates a perfect, comprehensive summary. I mean, we're talking about automating a task that would take a person hours and doing it in just a few seconds. That's a massive productivity boost. Okay, so we've seen the problem, the solution, and some really cool examples. So what's the big takeaway here? Where's this all headed? I think it comes down to this. We're witnessing a huge leap. AI is evolving.
It's going from something that just processes isolated bits of data to something that can truly interpret context. And I love this quote because it sums it up perfectly. We're moving from an AI that can just read the words to an AI that can actually read the room.
And that shift, that ability to read the room, opens up a massive new frontier. It really leaves us with this one super exciting question to think about. When AI can finally understand our world with the same kind of richness and depth that we do, what new possibilities are we even going to unlock then? What comes next?